Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the Green Bay Packers. The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Right side, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. The touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Dolphins' 47-yard line.
Hey, 26!
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. 17
yards. That's good for our Packers. First down.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And it's intercepted. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through it for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. That one a first down pickup of 8. Rodgers now to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers over the middle here. It's hauled in by Watson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 4
yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0. 0-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 26. Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Dolphins have got it. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing in this receiver, you got to be careful.
I certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. They'll run with a big back. A.J. Dillon to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 36, Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special, because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
To the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Rodgers. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
A 53-yard attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On second down, Mostert. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. To the air on first down, here's Willis. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers! McLaurin, 41 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10. They're on the 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Second down, here's Mostert again. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Third down, it's Willis. And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
4 yards. Complete to Robert Tunyon. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Crosby with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
Well, for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Play action. Willis. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, Willis. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. In motion right is Wilson. Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
In motion, Hill. Now Willis on 1st and 10. And this one's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Willis to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Willis out of the gun. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That's the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers again now. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
On 2nd and 7, Willis. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And in this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
48-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Loss of 4 yards. It's second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossen. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing's not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Third quarter, Super Bowl 58. Here's a 2nd and 10 now. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Brings up third down and 9.
Willis looking to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. His second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. defense ready to get their next drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw is Rodgers. Pass incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Vita Vea breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Snap comes at 1. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. It's Super Bowl 58.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Willis.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Hey, check that. Three. Right there. 7 targets.
Play action. Here's Willis.
And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Here's Willis.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long.
Here's Willis, third and long.
Under pressure, they got him again. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
630.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And the Packers first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it.
Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
In motion, Hill.
1st and 10, Willis. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
That's good.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And going deep for Hill. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lasted one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And again, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Rodgers going to throw.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Rodgers. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. Interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. After the sack on first down,
Willis. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert, finding room at midfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
That's good for the Dolphins.
Well, this will look to throw on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tanner Conner, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
24. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions.